Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back here today with another video, and today we'll be talking about Dejounte Murray. I hope you said that correct. That's what I've been told. Dejounte Murray is the correct way, not Dejounte. Dejounte Murray is the correct way to say his name. So I want to talk about how he's the best defensive point guard in the league. He has one of the brightest potentials. I really think he's going to be a top 5 point guard once he hits 28, 29 years old. He has that potential. So let's get into today's video. Let me hear down below, what do you guys think of Dejounte Murray on the San Antonio Spurs? So let's get into today's video and let's talk about this man. So let's get into it. So Murray has always been a good defender. And we know this because he made all defensive team in just his second season in the league, which is just crazy. But this year he's taken steps forward to being a key part of the San Antonio's offense and being the franchise cornerstone that we expected him to become. And in the past, they've really relied on their offense to be going through two mid-range shooters with LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan in the past. But this year, they've moved away from that, and they have gone to this drive and kick focused offense that they penetrate and then they go with quick ball movement. You'll see Dejounte Murray or Derek White, whoever's the ball handler, but in this case we're talking Murray. Murray will go drive, attack to the back. He's going to go get a bucket, but then he just kicks it out. And if that shooter who catches the initial pass isn't open, he swings the ball over to another shooter and they hit the shot. And it's just so great. And this has led to Murray actually averaging career highs in shots per game with 14 shots per game, points per game with about 16 points per game, and his assists per game with 5.5, while only churning the ball over just 1.7 times per contest. And this is the part that I love about Dejounte Murray. I almost said Jamal Murray. Dejounte Murray is that the fact that when young guys, especially athletic, speedy guys like Murray, try to speed up the game, try to play faster because they know they're fast and they're young. So instead of moving faster, this man is really slowing the game down, and it's very apparent because he's just getting that pace. He's waiting, slowing down the tempo, looking for the perfect read, and I think it's awesome. And I think that's amazing because the other part that is great about his offensive game, and like I said, is that pace. He slows it down and he looks for the correct move every time. He tries to limit his mistakes as much as possible and do the right thing every time. Now, the last part of the offensive game that needs to come together is a reliable three-point shot. We all know that this man through his career is a 34% three-point shooter. His rookie year, he shot 39%. And last year he did shoot 36%. So he's shown life there. And he has hit clutch shots. And we know what Dejounte Murray is capable because he's had clutch shots and he's looking more confident letting go behind the arc, and it's just consistency needs to become a thing. Now, by most measures, Murray's already one of the best guards in the NBA, and as before mentioned, he was all defensive team in just his second season, and he's only gotten better. This season, he's near the top of leaderboards for most defensive metrics among his fellow guards. He's fourth among guards in steals, ninth in deflection. He's done an excellent job closing out positions too, to ranking 6th among guards in defensive rebounds. Now, I think one thing that Dejounte Murray, why am I saying Jamal Murray? Dejounte Murray needs to focus on is, I wish he would look at Gary Payne II, what he's doing in the G League, and just study his father, Gary Payne, who are two really good defenders who he can learn stuff from how to play really good. But an example of what type of defender Dejounte Murray is he's this point creating pesky defender, and he just goes up, he's really aggressive, he's all up on you, and there's times where you saw that against Dillon Brooks where he'll just come out of nowhere and just poke the ball out without them knowing. It's just very high basketball IQ. That's one thing I love, and I think Murray's going to age very gracefully because there's times, and 50% of his game does not depend on athleticism. It's just fundamentals and it's high basketball IQ, and he is so aware. I think he has the awareness that you see in a young Chris Paul. I know that's a reach, but Chris Paul on the defensive end had the similar awareness. And even on the offensive side, obviously, Chris Paul is a way better passer than Murray will ever be. But I think there's really a chance that Murray at one point in his career, he'll be a 5 or 6 time in a row defensive team appearance. He will regularly be a fixture on the all defensive teams until he retires. I bet you from the ages of 28 to 34, you'll see that guy be always the either first team or second team best defensive point guard in the league. He will be at one point and is already the top 5 best defensive point guard in the league. But there will be a point where Murray will be like unquestionably the best defensive point guard in the entire league. I think it would be. He's already good, and I think he's exceeded his draft expectations. Because I don't know if you guys knew this, but Murray wasn't a lottery pick, wasn't anything flashy coming out of college. He was actually the 29th pick of the draft, and he just started to put a season together, and it all started working. And you know, like I said, he shot 39% from hit in his rookie year. He only took 23 threes his rookie year. So really, when you're looking at 3-pointers, you got to look at this year and this year and last year, because these 2 past years he shot over 100 3-point attempts. So I mean, right now he's going to exceed, probably double his attempts. He shot 111 last year. This year's already at 105, so he probably shoot 200 this year. Just per 36, this guy this year would be 18 points a night. He'd be dishing out 6.5 assists, getting 2 steals per game. God, I can't speak English. And he'd be hitting about three and a half a game. That's awesome. Can't speak English. I want to go get high. I'm actually really hungry. So this is the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Dejounte Murray is a star in the making. Don't know why people aren't talking about superstar. Love my Spurs fans. Bye-bye, boys and girls, if you're watching.